Because like my arms, this arm goes one way, my left arm.
Okay.
They sound very
It's
just
very,
fluid
it's an
It's
elegant
elegant.
motion.
It's
motion.
pretty. It's good to watch. Okay. And what about you,
But when it's
Sean?
bad, it's bad.
Hmm.
So, what about you? What does it look like when you bowling?
What do I look like?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. I've never,
No
heard
one's
it.
really told you.
If anything, Tim Mack just says make sure you do the hop.
He likes the hop.
He loves the hop. He,
The hop. So if you don't know,
he calls me the Houston Hop. That's his. That's
so
that's his word for me, the Houston Hop. Dave calls me the Texas Twister because of how I turn the ball. So I got a couple nicknames, but as far as how I look, I don't think anybody's ever told me. But y'all see me bowl. What do y'all think?
I mean, I've watched you bowl, and the fans at home that haven't seen Sean bowl. Sean is a two-handed bowler. He's probably 520, 530 RPMs. Can get it down the lane. Just a really strong. Wait, but did he get one?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yikes! He got one off the right after 20 games of late. After 20 games of play, what happened? I didn't even see it.
He just lost it.
Yikes! Yeah,
Lost
that's
the right.
terrible. That's terrible. But at least he made the spare. So really,
made the spare.
he only lost 9 pins.
Correct.
And it could have been a lot worse because he could have opened. When you only get one, and if the one off the right, you got to throw a strike,
Mhm.
really. Anyway, so Sean is he's kind of like a dynamite when he throws the ball. I mean, I remember your nickname is Beast Mode
Beast
because
Mode.
you always just kind of like
TNBA days.
TNBA days, like
I just overpowered everything.
just overpower everything, just don't care, just let it rip. And wherever it goes, it's going to get back to the pocket. And when it hits the pins, they're going to fly. They're going to dance. So we got Swan and Beast Mode in the building. Next time you on Extra Frame, I'm gonna say that. Either one of y'all, I'm like, oh, this is Swan. They're like, what? And this is Beast Mode.
We actually won a tournament together,
Swan and Beast Mode together?
TNBA doubles tournament.
TNBA
Yep.
doubles, huh?
Yeah.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah. He used to come to Memphis, and he always would whip on everybody, whip on us poor little amateurs there every year. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing when Beast Mode would show up. I remember those days.
Good old days.
Oh, yeah. Now he's chasing big titles and doing big things. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about that for a quick second. So you've been bowling the regionals?
Mm-hmm. Regionals, national stops, whatever I can get my hands on. But
You had a little string on the regionals, right? Winning?
I won 4 regionals in a row. It started with the, if I want to remember correctly, I want to say it started with the Invitational regional that you had to
Wow.
qualify for with the points. And started with that one, and then I won the Greensville
Okay.
regional, and then the next one was McAllister, and then the next one was Watauga, Texas.
And then he won Longview doubles with West Malott
And
the
won
week
mine.
after that,
Well, actually, it was in between.
in between.
I won 2 regionals, then had a doubles with West Malott, and we ended up defending our title.
Nice.
And we went undefeated, man. I think that's going undefeated on that. With the talent, with the talented bowlers there. And man, I have to add West strikes a lot.
Well, his nickname is Strike a Lot.
Oh, and that's why he strikes a ton.
Strike a lot.
The first year we won, I don't even think I had to do anything.
Just show up.
He just struck and struck and struck, and I just made spares. So
Oh, so we got an update. DJ Rose, he's helping us out today with the motive stuff. He actually said that the red line is the ball after the original Forza, which was the ball that Ronnie Russell used to shoot 300 on TV last year.
That's
and
an
it's a mid-price
amazing ball. It's an amazing ball.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them, matter of fact. It's great.
So we appreciate that information, Mr. Rose. You are definitely helping us out here as we are trying to educate our fans and followers as much as possible about everything revolved around bowling. And now we had a good explanation of Sean Maldonado's talents on the lanes, and now you're getting it done this week too, here at the Bowlmore AMF US Open.
definitely trying to. It's a grind. But and I love what I do. It's my passion. You know, regardless of what happens, you know, I learn from it. Whether it's good or bad, I learn from it and then move on to the next one.
You know, somebody said yesterday on Extra Friend, they said a bowler's best friend can be having a short memory. And what they really meant by that was just because you won last week doesn't mean you're going to win this week.
Exactly.
But the opposite is true too. Just because you bowled like crap last week, it shouldn't go in the next week either.
Right. I always say, regardless of what happens, just learn from it. Because if you win, you learn from it. You know, you can learn from it. You gain confidence, experience, and then when things don't go your way, you take whatever you need to take in to better yourself for the next battle.
Right, right, absolutely, absolutely. So we had a question. Let's see here. Oh, Blaine Anderson said that he actually threw the ball in the gutter and it bounced out and got one.
Oh no.
But if it bounced out and got one, then shouldn't that have been a gutter? That should have been a gutter then.
Then he got up there and guttered again in the 10th, first ball in the 10th. So
They must not know what's going on.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good look.
That ain't a good no. Because he could have wrapped 10.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good look. Well, we appreciate that update, Blaine. Definitely appreciate that. So I have a question for you, Sean, too. Bowling across the house, do the lanes play kind of similar? Or do they play pretty different, like one end versus the other end?
They play different. I want to say 1 through 12 or 1 through 16, they were definitely hooking a lot more.
Okay.
Towards the end of the house, to me, they were a little tighter. But I want to say that's probably almost any house. You know, you always have one end hooking more than the other end, or you know wherever the doors are at. If it's in the middle of the house, which it typically is, you know, with the humidity coming in, you know, it can definitely be dry in the middle of the house and slicker in the outsides. So it all depends.
I understand that completely. Well, we are getting ready to wrap up Game 4 of 8 of the 2015 Bowlmore AMF US Open. They have put 20 games of 24 games on the lanes today. That means they got 4 more left. We are joined by 2 professional bowlers, one male, Sean Maldonado, one female, Brandy Sanderson, and we appreciate them coming and hanging out with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with some more action from the U.S. Open.
I appreciate you having me, Ron.
Absolutely, Ron.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, he's kicking ass. Except for he's not. Up, in front of the machine. Be that guy. Off to the speed. Ooh, work. I was so mad a while ago. That's when he threw a strike. Damn, I should have videotaped that one.
I was trying to, but Dylan and the other guy were standing in the way.
I videotaped the one before that where he left too. Yeah, I videotaped the one before that. He didn't get a strike. Okay, I'm good to go now. Yeah, I'm hungry.
'15 U.S. Open, presented by Bowlmore AMF. Ron Hicklin here with Brandy Sanderson, PWBA member, and Team Fish is in the building. Afro Fish,
Yes,
Kyle
sir.
Troop.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on?
You know, just watching the Grind Fest we got going on tonight.
Grind Fest 2015, 43 feet, my friend. It ain't 43 feet right now, though.
No, it looks like 23. 30.
Looks like, yeah, it looks
old
like
school.
Old school. No information about the pattern before you bowled. 33 mils is how we started out the day. Basically what happened was the lane man, he put some oil in the machine, started lane 1, got to lane 56, turned around and said, see you tomorrow.
Yep. I mean,
That's
you know, it's something a little different. You know, I definitely haven't seen that since I've been bowling professionally. You know, we hardly ever get to see the double burn, you know, the no reel all day. You know, I was definitely freaking out a little bit about it. You know, I'm like, well, I get to bring my urethane balls, you know, but you know, that kind of looks out of the picture too. But you know, it's brings a different aspect into the U.S. Open for, you know, instead of previous years always re-oiling, you know, and I mean, it's great. I mean, I love it. You know, it's actually gives an advantage to some of the players.
It does. I think they did a really good job of being able to spread put a pattern out that allows people to go at different angles.
Definitely. I mean, on the fresh, I mean, there's 3 different zones pretty much you can play, you know, and I mean, as far as how the double burn ends up, just depends on how the fresh breaks them down. And obviously, fresh this morning, we didn't do too good of a job because they look pretty nasty now.
What was going on, man? I mean, y'all were in charge. What happened?
I mean, I don't know. I camped out on the gutter. I mean, 33 mils, I'm not going to be moving left very often. But it just, you know, it looked like they started further left and more rev rate on the squad, so had to start a little further left, and that just means further left throughout the day, and there's only 40 boards on the lane.
That's true. That's very, very true. So, well, I mean, how'd you bowl today?
Plus 178. I started out 2-0, you know, a couple 190 games. The good pairs I bowled good, and the okay pairs, you know, I grinded through them, and, you know, I was actually a little upset with how the block ended up, and then I found out I bowled a lot better on the squad, so I guess they toughened up a little bit. You know, I just used my speed in my game to bowl pretty good on the fresh, so we'll see what tomorrow hands.
Okay. So, you know, we talked a little bit about it earlier, but I think I got to ask you a question. How do you shoot your spares on the U.S. Open pattern? Do you hook it?
No, I shoot my spares the same way, no matter if I'm bowling a house shot or 1-to-1 ratio. Spare ball.
Spare
Straight
ball.
at them.
Polyester spare ball?
Yep.
Straight at it. Straighter is greater.
Straighter's greater.
We've heard that more times this week than probably anything else. Straighter is greater.
I've heard that my whole life, so, you know, I live by that, whether I'm supposed to or not.
So that's definitely good information. Good to take home. I think a lot of people at home, they get used to bowling on the China and the big puddle in the middle, and they can go ahead and put a little hook to the ball, and the ball still goes over. But then they go to a tournament, whether it may not be the U.S. Open, because you come to the U.S. Open, you expect to grind, but you go to just a normal tournament where the pattern does not have the big pile of oil in the middle, and all of a sudden you're like, well, how come I'm missing all my spares? So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember growing up bowling youth leagues, you know, just two-handed kid slinging the ball, you know, any left-handed side spare, you know, I just close my eyes and rip the cover off of it. You know, I
Let her
came
hook.
out to the regionals whenever I was 17, and missed me about 15 spares the first time, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I got to learn how to shoot them the right way. And from that point on, I mean, if I'm gonna miss it, I'm gonna miss it. Doesn't matter what we're bowling on. So I'm throwing it straight at it.
It's going to be you. It's
yeah.
not going to be because of the lane.
Yeah.
You know, I teach people at all the camps and clinics that I do. I say you got to remove as many variables as possible. The lane is a variable at a single pin spare, and a lot of combination spares too. You can remove it out of play. So throw that bad boy straight at it, hit the pin you're supposed to hit, make them all fall down, and go to the next frame.
So I mean, that's great advice. I mean, less variables the better. I mean, this game's complicated enough. You know, when you only got one pin on the lane, simplify it the best you can.
So Brandy, you were getting a lot of text messages as we were talking the last few minutes, last game, about what was going on, and I think you had some people that you needed to
Yes.
say something
I
to.
need to give a shout out to Junior Team USA support.
We appreciate
Our team porch lights. We've got 3 eagles.
3 eagles.
3 eagles, 3 years in a row. The guys
They're
did,
doing something right.
That's good
it's
stuff
amazing.
right there.
It's
Awesome.
amazing.
Did you know that the USB-C pattern had 27 mils of oil on it? Yep, had 27 mils. But this pattern that you bowled on, Kyle, this week has 33 mils of oil on it.
You can definitely see the difference. I mean, I remember how much my ball hooked at Nationals, and I haven't seen my ball come close to hooking that much here.
Right.
That's just 6. I mean, that's, you know, just whenever it gets up over 27, when it gets to 30 and beyond, that changes the dynamics of the pattern and how you play them and how they break down. So much different than a normal volume pattern.
Absolutely. I mean, we are literally watching bowling after 21 games of play, and the people are still A, using medium to stronger balls, and B, nobody's really, not with any sort of success, lofting the cap or doing anything, crazy. Nobody's doing any of that.
I was expecting to see balls flying past the arrows in the burn squad, like a normal U.S. Open, but I mean, they kind of got, they have to do that in a way, or
that right there is the reason. I mean, there's still enough oil out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're seeing 2 pins, game 22, and whatnot the whole way through.
Yeah, you can still 210, 2410. I mean, it's definitely stuff that you got to make good shots. So, let me ask you this, both of you guys. So, thus far in both of your bowling careers, you both have made it to the highest level the sport offers, the professional level. At what point did you decide that, you know what, I want to be a professional bowler?
It's been something I've wanted to do for a really, really long time. The tour folded. The women's tour folded. And back when it was going, I just wasn't in the right place to be able to do it. So the next several years, I just bowled a lot of house shot tournaments. That's why I said it was very humbling. The tour, when they announced the tour was coming back, I said I'm going to do it. In the first year, it kicked my butt, but I learned a lot from it, and I'll do it again when it comes back around.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as, the professional bowling side of it goes, I mean, that's something I grew up with, seeing my whole life. It was always a dream of mine growing up, and, once I, was old enough and moved up into the adults and bowled my first regional, I was like, well, you know what, I kind of like this,
It's that competition.
Yeah, oh yeah, the
It's
competition and, yeah, I mean, just the atmosphere, and I mean, I would definitely, I guess, say, whenever I was younger, the competition in itself was what made me really go after it, and now that I've gotten older and, seen and witnessed parts of the tour that come with, off the lanes and whatnot, just all around, definitely a dream that I've had my whole life, and, you got to chase your dreams.
And
you had one shot at it.
You actually had you're in a unique situation, Kyle, in the fact that your father was an accomplished professional bowler, and to be able for you to get a tour title, him to have a tour title, everybody's got a tour title, that's just pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, whenever it goes back to that was, the dream, mine. Yeah, it would be a dream to win a national title and whatnot, but I wanted to win on TV with my dad there, because I mean, I grew up, seeing all the shows with him on there, and and then whenever I started getting good, he was kind of getting a little past his prime. He was slowing down a little bit, so that made it even more special, to get him back on TV, because I think we both kind of had the little doubts that he may not see TV time too much more in the older days of his career, but that was a special moment for sure.
Awesome, awesome. Watching here, just thinking, there's 275 people bowling right now, and everybody's got 8 more games. So if you've had a couple bad games up to this point, that doesn't really determine whether or not you're going to make the cut tomorrow, because tomorrow's a new day. So when you're preparing for your next day of competition, whether you bowled good or you bowled bad, how do you look at that? What do you dwell on what happened the day before, or do you just say, you know what, new day, new environment, I'm just coming in fresh, and this is what I'm going to bowl until I'm bowling?
I mean, I would say, yesterday, I had a little bit better block than Connor did. And, he was pretty upset that he only shot 30 over on the fresh, and normally, it's back and forth on which one of us is frying out more, than the other. And I was like, Connor, we no fry outs till the last day. You don't want to do that anyways, but you're gonna, you don't need to get upset the first 2 days, because I mean, there's a whole nother block, and it's almost a different tournament every day, just because of the way the lanes break down. I mean, the scoring pace last night on the squad was through the roof. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with it too much, but I would imagine it's got to be a lot lower.
It is lower.
So, I mean,
Wicked Fish there is lofting it just a little on 15.
As a matter of fact, if you guys at home are interested, you can head over to bowl.com. They have the scores updated there as well, so feel free to check that out at your convenience. They're updated through 4 on there, and we are in game 5.
We've got Tania coming up in the 10th. She's on a good game right now.
Where is she playing at? Yeah.
she's playing in,
She's
too.
playing
Is she playing in?
Yeah, she's
Playing
playing in.
fallback, kicking that 5 out, getting it. She's got a nice little line going this game.
Let me see who's bowling well this block. West Malot's 88 over for the block.
Another nice shot.
Dick Allen's 98 over.
That's crazy to think. I mean, the 2 scores you said, not even 100 over after 5. I remember looking last night after 3, and 15 guys at least was 90 over after 3.
Connor's 147 over.
Yeah, he's had a.
He's giving them the
I don't know what he did. I mean,
he hit the turbo fin on his fish today.
I guess the chilies we had on the break, I guess livened him up, because he was whining about bowling this block all day.
He's coming in to get it. He's 147 over. So you know what? Let's talk a little bit about Team Fish just for a few minutes. So maybe explain to the fans that don't know what Team Fish is all about, maybe what the concept is, and if you're interested in joining or being a part, how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that Team, because I get asked that a lot, what are we really after with Team Fish, because some people think it's just a little personal brand that, we made up and trying to bring it into fun, but something we're after, is the Team Fish brings something to the fans that they can follow, besides their favorite bowler, because, I mean, you got Jason Belmonte, that's a lot of people's favorite bowlers, but he doesn't bowl every week, I mean, he's got a life going on, and I mean, Team Fish and whatnot, if you're following the team, I mean, we bowl every week, we have several members in different parts of the country, and, that's what we're really trying to bring into bowling nowadays, is another way for fans to interact with bowling, have their favorite team, because we're hoping other members in the PBA, kind of take on to what we're doing and make their own teams in their regions, and, just, bowling can use, more following, and that's the main thing that we're after, and as far as what is Team Fish, we're, a group of guys, and we stick together, on the lanes, off the lanes, I mean, I've been here for A squad, A squad in the morning, I had B or C, and then vice versa with Connor, we're here early thing in the morning.
Supporting each other.
Yeah, I mean, supporting each other, ball repping each other, whatever it takes. We try to stick together as a team, even the guys that we're not like as close of friends to, because they live in different parts, even, whenever we get to a tournament, you're part of Team Fish, we'll look out for each other all the time, and it's something fun, nothing serious, just to kind of bring something else into bowling, and it seems to have a good interest. We hope that other members of the PBA will follow in suit. I know the Weber College has their Team Bear, down in Florida. You know, there's a couple other groups catching on. So, you know, we're hoping that it takes off. And,
Look at this.
you know, they got the logo on the screen. They taught them how to pop the logo on
Look
there.
at that. Hey, that seems like it
Yeah.
was real easy, but that took a little bit of time. It took a little bit of time. I'm new over here.
Yeah, I
But we
mean,
got the
it's,
team
and it's,
fish.
you know, awesome seeing the PBA, Mike J, Mike J Seaside, and, you know,
Oh,
Jeff,
he's Seaside Fish?
Mike J Seaside.
Mike J. Seaside. Oh, I didn't know that.
And we got $2 gill and
$2 get. Well, how do I get it? Do I get it? Can I get a fish? Can I get a fish name?
Well, yeah, we'll have to work that out. We'll have to maybe do a poll. May have to.
You guys got like you got
may have to go to Facebook. You know, I know you got a lot of followers
I
on
got
the
a few.
social
One
media.
or
You may
two.
have to ask for some help on a fish nickname.
Okay.